All right, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is DFree, and for today's video, it is the return of your favorite regularly scheduled Dragon Ball Legends program where we discuss Future Ball Legends. Yeah, it's that time again, boy. I hope you enjoy the video. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think is happening. But let's discuss Future. Now, this is something that, so here's the deal. Let me give you a little bit of context. We're in the middle of Legends Festival, obviously. Part 1 was GT content. That's very important for Future. We'll talk about why in a second. But I think that the Legends Festival is going to be kind of condensed because, I mean, if you look at the time frame we're in, you can imagine they'd like to have maybe even like an LF release in the middle of the month, which is actually their normal schedule, by the way. This week of this month should be a Zenkai, and then next week, towards the middle of next month, around whatever that day is, the 13th, 14th, 15th, is the normal schedule for a LF release. So they may have that scheduled for then. And then the hilarious thing is they can follow that up around New Year's with an Ultra. So I really think that the schedule for Legends Festival, we looked at it initially and said, oh, it's going to go run from November to January. But I really think it's kind of a crunch right now where it's like they're going to move into part 2 super quick. They're going to give us stuff and just kind of do it moving, right? So I think that's kind of why we got a dead week last week with nothing, basically. So that being the backdrop and the context, I don't think we're getting really anything else for GT, unless GT is like the Ultra that I was talking about just now, where it comes out around New Year's. Maybe there's another banner after New Year's, like a proverbial part 3, if you will, or third half, I guess. What do they call it during the anniversary? It wasn't part 3, but it was like the third part or whatever they said. Anyways, so well, it couldn't have been third part. Anyways, moving on. So. You want to know something funny? You maybe realize this, but maybe you haven't. And unless I'm forgetting some sort of side celebration, like, you know, a download celebration campaign or other Legends festivals, though I'm pretty positive I'm not forgetting a Legends festival because this is the 3rd Legends festival ever. Unless I'm forgetting some sort of side celebration, every other time GT has been a headliner for a celebration, which is the 2nd and 3rd anniversary primarily, they came out alongside another tag specifically. Future. So setting that backdrop, setting the precedence of the past of not once but twice, do you really think it's unlikely they do it a 3rd time? It's so funny to me that's the dude. Let me know what you think. Do both of these tags so well that do both of these tags sell so well that they're just double dipping when they do this? Or do you think one of these tags isn't selling so well, so they feel like they need to buff it up? If the second one is true, it's GT. It's pretty obvious it's GT because Future's getting constant characters all the time, whereas GT can go a year without new stuff. They literally did just go almost a year without new stuff. So, well, they did go a year and some change without new characters from a banner. At least they got some freebies. Anyways, let me know. But that is the case. That's what they've always done. So why would now be any different? So with that being the backdrop, with that being the context, I'm not thinking it's Universe Survival. That doesn't mean we can't get any like extra 1% character on an LF banner that's an LF Future character that also has Universe Survival characters on it. They could do something mishmash like that. That's not my point. I'm thinking that the headliner, the big ticket character, if we get another LF, if we get some Zenkais, an LF Zenkai, a Platinum, whatever it is, I think it's all going to be not GT. Not Universe Survival either. Damn it. Future based. Future based. Well, then what do I think those things are? Let's talk about that. So I think that whatever next big character we get, whether it's an LF in a week, like I was mentioning, and then an Ultra, or it's just an Ultra and they don't give us an LF, that would just be weird. They're going to give us an LF because they would have to push 3 weeks without an LF or something. They're going to do it. It just doesn't make sense. So whatever next big release we're going to get is, I do think it'll be a Future character. It'll probably wind up being something like Trunks and Vegeta. I think that would just make sense. releasing 2 tag characters in one celebration would be a first, or the first time they've done that. However, they've only given us a few tags in the past, and actually it wouldn't be the first time technically the androids came out alongside an EX tag character. But yeah, it would be the first time that they've given us, these 2 characters basically back to back that are tagged, sparking LF anniversary level characters or whatever. So I do think that would happen, though. I do think that that's what we're looking at. And if it's not a tag, it could be an assist character, I guessed. Nobody wants an assist. Please make it a tag character. To be fair, assist characters do have their own merits. They actually can use an ultimate. So there's that, I guess. Anyways, moving on. So I do think that's going to happen. I don't think it'll be tied to that extra like blue-purple half-split card. That is a card in the files. I don't think that it's coming for any character during the celebration, for the record. Take that for what you will. So I think that would be our next character. However, before we get there, I do think that this week will be a Zenkai. And I saw Rai did a video on it. I saw Riku, a couple other people did a video on it. So I'm going to just echo the sentiment. I think this guy's getting a Zenkai. I think he is at the top of the list for a Zenkai. For starters, he needs it. Secondly, he's one of the oldest LFs in the entire game without it. He may be the single oldest other than... Is he the oldest other than UI Goku? I think he is. I did a video on this not that long ago, but I think he is the oldest. So anyways, there's that too. But there might be some older. Anyways, moving on. I think he's at the top of the list for a Zenkai. Now, he solves some issues with the current meta. He would be a solid character, being a purple character, I guess, with, the green character that can reverse element, but still mostly green character that just came out. Also, the ability to rush freely is something that's underrated with characters like Gohan, running around, Beast Gohan, where he picks up that endurance. Not a ton of characters have that mechanic. This character would, so it would be almost like a soft counter. I don't know if he did any damage to hybrids. They typically have that on... No? Okay. They typically have that on Goku Blacks, but I guess they don't really have that on this one. Yeah, they don't. They typically have it. But anyways, moving on. He would be a soft counter like what we currently have. Also, I want to throw a bone to the idea of a platinum equip. He could get a plat. I think he would just get a Zenkai. You may wonder, well, why would they give him a Zenkai when they just gave us an LF Zenkai? They've never really done that. Remember, I just said how the schedule is condensed. And they're trying to cram these releases in, not at the same time, but back to back. If this was the case, they should have just did it all at the same time, by the way. The back-to-back thing, the spread out over a month or month and a half, but it's really not that much content format that they did from the anniversary. It's not a good format. I don't know why they keep trying it. Hopefully they stop soon. But remember what I said. I know that this will be something they haven't done before, where they've given us basically consecutive LF Zenkais. But I would bet that that's going to happen instead of it not happening, right? Other characters, just for the record, that are on the list of characters I think could get a Zenkai are older characters like Yellow Cell, Purple Goku Black, the future Super Saiyan Blue characters from the 2-year anniversary, Goku Vegeta right here. They could be options for a Zenkai. Rage Trunks, I think, would be a really fun one. Maybe even the assist character. Somebody told me that this time last year, Broly and Chilai got a Zenkai. I don't think that they'll do the same for Trunks and Mai. I would bet against it, in fact, but that would be a fun one too. They could even give us our first revival Zenkai, huh? But no, at the top of my list is him. Next, Zamasu or Trunks. One of these 2 characters I think is an extremely high priority for a platinum equip. And also, again, because the schedule is so condensed, it could happen this week alongside a Zenkai. It could happen next week. But I think that we are going to really just see rapid fire from here with this content, because they don't have a lot of time to pad this stuff out. They have to, again, follow next week with the Zenkai, or with a LF. Probably the week after that would be a dead week, and then we'll move to the end of the year, New Year's, Christmas area, in which case they'll give us another banner that's probably going to be a high value banner, like an Ultra or something like that. So they don't have a lot of time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Plat and a Zenkai this week or between the next week and a half from now, just for the record. And I think one of those 2 characters is going to get the plat, Zamasu or Trunks. I would actually like for it to be Trunks. I wouldn't be surprised if it's either. I would like for it to be Trunks just because I really want to see Trunks get that. I did a video recently on him, like the other day, literally. I would love for it to be Trunks. I really want to see the Vegeta family support, because they never really get a ton of support. The issue with the family teams is those characters can just be pushed to other teams, but Trunks stops that. He can't be pushed to another team, really. He has to be on Future, which would probably still be better, I guess, but he can't be pushed to like hybrids or whatever, right? He has to be on Future. He can't be in your leader slot on movies or whatever you're trying to do. So I digress. I think it would be one of those two. If I had to guess, though, I think it would be Zamasu. Zamasu, though, does have his own merits as a character that can extend out to regen and help that team as well. In a format where regen doesn't have a ton of stuff, but with a plat to him, assuming he's decent, with the release of characters like Piccolo, Cell had his plat, Boo had his plat. They also gave us Baby Zenkai. I think regen could be a sleeper team with just like 1 or 2 new characters. Like a new Fusion Zamasu would just be like the icing on the cake on this team. While they have a huge split between melee or blast based, they could be really interesting and nice to see going forward. So I wouldn't hold it against them if they did this one instead of Trunks, which is what I want. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Now, the only other characters here that are pending platinums would be the Trunks, he's not getting it. The androids, not getting it. Vegeta Blue, not getting it either, most likely. He's probably the most likely one, I guess, because Cell and Gohan both have theirs. Vegeta Blue is probably the most likely, but he ain't getting it. He ain't getting it. He ain't getting it. It ain't gonna be him. We know it ain't gonna be him. They gonna hold on to his for a while. So yeah, maybe we see awakening for the Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas. I don't think his has an awakening, but yeah, that's about it. I do think, to summarize, Future is gonna get a content soon. They're gonna get some releases. They're gonna get some new characters. They'll probably wind up getting a Zenkai and a plat as soon as this week, maybe next week, and then we'll move on to the end of the year. They'll probably get an Ultra or something around New Year's. Like, I'd probably be an Ultra. But anyways, whatever the characters that are supposed to be hype are, whether there's 1 or 2 for the rest of this month, there'll probably be 2. It's probably going to be something like a tag or assist, Trunks and Vegeta. I don't think they'll do Goku Black and Rosé again. It could be Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta from Future. I don't think that would be a hot ticket option for them, though. But nonetheless, I don't really think we're going to see... The real thing is, I don't think we're seeing Universe Survival. People are really hyped for Universe Survival. There's a lot of talk about Universe Survival. I just don't think that's the case. Unless it's a mismatch banner where it's like... What did they do for Vegito? Didn't Vegito come out just like out of nowhere, where there was no like real precedent for like fusions or Boo Saga based content, and they just were like, oh, here's Vegito as a tie-in at the end of this. So maybe they do something different for the New Year's character, but for the immediate future... Because GT and Future have always come out together, I think it's going to be Future. Future. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Can we get a Rage Trunks Zenkai, please? Please? I'll see you guys in the next one.